peaches were mine. We played hide and seek for hours, raised our shadows among the pines. So offshore, playful and free.
Hi friends, welcome back to the homestead. If you're new here, my name is Lynn. Welcome. If you've been here before, welcome back. And we are still going through Every Bit Counts challenge this month. And today I'm actually going to be steam canning something I've never canned before. Never done it. And there's one reason why I've never done it. I don't like them. Peaches. But Grace loves particularly canned peaches. I love the smell of them, but I've never been a fan of the texture, the flavor, none of that. Peach is not one of my favorites at all. But like I said, Grace loves them. And she's been buying the fruit cups for a while now of the peaches in juice. But we have since discovered that the company she's been buying from has been sold, and we're not 100% sure where the fruit is coming from anymore. So that is something that's kind of important to us, and they're getting pricey. They're not cheap anymore. And as I do pears for her every year, I told her, well, let's try peaches, Grace. It's the same thing as all the other fruit I can. So we went to the farmer's market today, this morning actually, just a little bit ago, and I did get one case, or 1 to 6 pints, I guess these are the size. And these are actually, those are very local. By local, I mean they're grown right here in our town. So that was nice to get. But they were pricey, so I only got the one. And our local grocery store also had Niagara peaches, which is about 3 hours down the road from us. So not too bad, still sort of local-ish. And they had them for a better price. So I got a couple things of those too, so we can get these going. And like I said, I've never done peaches before, and I'm like, how are we gonna peel these? Because peeling these is not fun. I saw a hack where we're gonna dunk them in boiling water for about 20-30 seconds and then put them right into cold water, and the peeling should peel right off. So I've got my water, I'm just waiting for that to come up to boil. And the lady at the farmer's market actually asked if we could bring back the green containers here, which I have no problem doing that. I would just recycle them or find someone else who would want them. So I'm gonna set those aside and take them back next time we go to the farmer's market. I am gonna put some gloves on too, because the acidity from these peaches is just going to wreak havoc on my skin, on my hands. So we're gonna put gloves on. That's about 30 seconds. We gotta get those out of there. I have very ice cold water in my very clean sinks here. So that's where I'm gonna put them, just because it's easier. It's closest to the stove and it holds a lot of water. Okay. I also have my big bowl ready here with some water and lemon juice in it to keep these from turning brown until I can get them all done. Okay, let's see. Well, maybe that wasn't in there as long, because, well, it's coming. Okay, that seems to work, peeling those off, so I am going to finish the rest of these. So I found the trick to this is you let them sit in the cold water for a couple of minutes, and then it slides off a lot easier. If they're still, if they're still a little bit warm, that peeling's not coming off, but if they cool down a bit, this one's still a little warm. It's not coming off as nice or as in big a piece. I added some ice to my water because the water was heating up from these hot peaches, obviously. And the trick I'm finding is if the peaches are very, very cold, those skins peel off very easily. So I just have one more container to put in the hot water. And then I'm going to let these sit just for a minute in this really cold water. Okay, some of these did not come off at all, and some I lost hunks of peach peeling them. So honestly, I think this works better, peeling them like you would an apple, than that supposed hack that's supposed to help you do a lot at one time. So I'm going to finish up the rest of these with my handy dandy peeler. That took longer than I wanted, and just a second. Go. Lily's trying to get into the chicken bucket of the peach scraps I have here. I hate to say anything bad against a local farmer because David and I, we are very much about supporting our local farmers here. But the peaches we picked up from the farmer's market today, they are not ripe. Quite frankly, some of them are quite hard. They're almost like a nectarine versus a peach. I'm going to be canning them, so I really hope that's not going to matter. Boy, they are just, I hope they're going to be okay canning them. Canning them should soften them up, but oh, they are hard. So I'm a little disappointed in that. The ones we got from the grocery store are very ripe, no problems. And I think that's also why it made it hard to peel these, because they are just, and the price we paid for these, I'm very, very disappointed. Wow. I hate to say that, but I don't know if you can see this, how underripe it is. See if we can get that to focus. Come on. There we go. It's very underripe, and it's quite hard. So I'm hoping, because these are for Grace. I mean, this is the center of it. Yeah. All she said to me was, she goes, these aren't freestone, meaning they'll come apart easy, which I knew because it's a little bit early in the season for the freestone. But I wanted to get a small batch made. That's why I love this Every Bit Counts challenge, because it's perfect to be able to do small batches. But friends, I wish you could feel this. This feels like an apple. Okay, so all I'm going to do is get, probably from the size of some of the small ones, it'll probably be 3 to 4 small, a couple of big ones in each jar. I've already got on my stove here. It already boiled, and I'm just keeping it on a simmer. All I'm going to be canning these in is peach juice that I diluted with a little bit of water. That's how Gracie prefers them. You can do a simple syrup solution if you want. You can do pear juice. You could do apple juice. I'm doing peach juice. I had to find it on Amazon because I could not find peach juice, pear juice, or white grape juice anywhere around here. None. Zero zilch. I had this problem last year. I still could not find any. So I went on Amazon and I found it there. I'll link it down below in case you're all looking for peach juice. I didn't think the price was too bad. I think it was around $3 for a carton, a good sized carton of it. And I'm using one, like I said, one and about half of the carton diluted. And that's all I'm going to use for my solution, because that's how Gracie prefers them. So I'm going to keep going. We're going to get these filled, and I'll bring it back here when it's time to add the juice. Surprisingly, I got quite a few jars. I only end up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I had put out 16, and 5 I couldn't use, so we have 11 here. So that's not bad. And like I said, I am using pint jars. Gracie won't eat one of these in a day. She'll eat probably half of one. But I asked her if it's okay if I could put these in quart size to make it a little bit easier for me, and they'll be good in the refrigerator open for up to 2 weeks, so she can eat half one day, half the next. So, okay, we're just waiting for our juice to boil. So, I had quite a bit of juice left, and seeing as how hard it was to find it, I'm actually going to can 1.5 pints a pint for the next time. And this way it will be shelf stable. So I'm just going to wipe these off because I know it's going to be a little bit sticky. And as I said, I am going to be using my new steam canner. I am loving the steam canner. And I have it over on my stove, and it has 2.5 quarts of water already in it. 7 pints at one time in the steam canner. This so I can read the, and I want to make sure the bowl is facing backwards for safety. Don't want to get burned. Okay. I'm going to bring this up to boil. Once it reaches my V mark, I will start my timer. And for this size jars, it's 25 minutes.